Hello and welcome to the kickboxing session today. I'm Alastair Banks, this is Laura Drayton. We'll be working through some basics first of all, just to give you an idea of what a jab is, a cross, hooks and some different kicks. Okay, we're working through kickboxing style today. So once we get started, we're just going to show you from two different angles the different techniques and then we'll go from there. After we've done the basics, I'm going to show you some shadow boxing, so it's kind of like the way we do our forms, but it's more freestyle. You can do whatever you like with it, moving around. You work on different things. You work on punches or just footwork or kicks, and then we're going to go through some combinations. Right then, so go through basics first of all. What I want to do is get into a stance. So I'm going to get Laura to face towards out here so you can see it from both sides. Okay, if you're right-handed, okay, you're going to put your hands up to your face, you're going to put your right foot back here. Okay, I want my strongest side back this way here. Now again, how I always picture it is 3 clocks. My front foot's in 1 clock, my body's in the 2nd clock, and my back foot's in the 3rd clock. So 1, 2, 3. Front foot is 12, body or belly button is facing 1, and then back foot is facing 2. Again, that's just the basic way to do it. Depending on your style, you can mix it up as much as you want. So this is what we call an orthodox stance. So from here, so left arm and legs forwards, right arm and legs back, and my right hand is here to either touching my face or very close to it. I'm not squeezing all the time, I'm relaxed into position. If I was southpaw, okay, my right foot would stay forwards and my left foot would come back here. Same principle, 12 o'clock, obviously going the opposite way, anti-clockwise, 11 and 10. Right hand is now slightly in front here, okay, and then keeping this position here. I want my elbows relaxed in, not squeezing tight, again, as I said, this position here. So, from here, jab, first of all, that's the lead hand here. So as I throw my jab, I want to extend and then rotate at the end to make it as long as possible and bring it back. So rotate and squeeze at the end and back. Jab. And we do 4 more. Jab, 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 and jab. Good. Right, now, straight. So my right hand here, it's going to come from my face. Now, I've got a cover from here, so I don't want to leave my left hand in front. I'm going to pull in and rotate through. Now, look at my knee is pointing the same way as my hand. Okay? And back. It's also been called a cross, so a straight or a cross. So again, 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, and back. 1 more. 5, and back. Okay, right, so make sure your stance is fairly close. You haven't got a big karate stance, a little bit closer. Now I'm going to throw a lead hook. So it's my left hand because I'm in a right-handed position or an orthodox position. If you're in a southpaw with your right leg forwards, it'll be your right hand. Okay, so as I go from here, my head stays still and my elbow comes up and I twist through. Now look at all my toes are pointing the way I'm punching. Just to use my body weight, but to stay on target, I keep my head forward and then I return back to position. So you see my back foot's up, so again, hook and back. Again, you can either extend and pull it through and back, or you can keep it short and in. It depends on the distance of the person trying to throw it. So 4 more of those. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so drop my right here and put my left up. And 4. And back. Okay, right, now rear hook. Slightly different, okay, because I don't want to twist my foot out at the front here and go off there. So my front foot stays planted and my back foot turns in like I was doing with the straight or the cross. This hand comes in, so I'm going to pick my elbow up and come across there. So my right knee is pointed towards my left, back to position. And again, and I'm covering the top of my head, so I'm not down here, leave my face open, up, back. And again. 4 more. And again. Get elbow high, so supporting the wrist. And 1 more. And back. Good. Right, now uppercuts. A little bit more complicated. The important thing to remember with an uppercut is that you're not trying to throw it with any power. Okay, so if I try and go tense with it, it makes it too big and it leaves you open. So I'm just rotating and twisting. There. Okay? When you're punching the side of the head, there's a lot of muscles that can support the head or the body. When I'm doing an uppercut to the chin, okay, there's only 2 muscles, so the head moves up really quickly and lightly. So I don't have to put loads in, so it's here. So I twist like I just did with the hook, and I put my hand up, okay, and come back. Again, I don't want to do that, it's too big. Okay, if I'm punching like that, the person's way too far out of reach. So you should be able to twist up and back to return it. So 4 more. Up. 3, 2, and 1. Back. Now lead uppercuts. This is where it gets a little bit more difficult. Again, if you need to any time, readjust your position. So I've got a pivot like I was doing the lead hook. Again, I've got to drop my weight, and I've also got to twist my body. If I just pivot and go from here, there's not much into it. But if I twist my body and go into it, so his shoulder touches my chin, it's going to be a lot more effective. And the other hand has to come up so I don't get caught myself. So ready? 1, I'm back. 2, I'm back. 3, I'm back. 4, back. Last one. 5. Again, that can also be adjusted for screw shots to the body with that load down. Next thing, okay, I'm going to move a little bit away so I don't get kicked. Okay, is a teep or a push kick. So this is the idea that hitting to the body here, you can flick it up to the face, but we're going to work for the idea of hitting the body here. Okay, now as I bring my leg up here, I'm pulling my toes up, and I'm almost jabbing out like we did that at the beginning, so I'm jabbing out my foot here. Okay, so I'm keeping my body in this position here tight, and pushing down. Now either I'm going to just keep my hands up, do a light push as more of a defensive push, okay, or if I'm going to do a more aggressive one, I'm going to drop my hand and go from there, okay. So that's more of an attacking one, so I'm going forward, and a defensive one, so I'll come back and just keep the distance from there. So, goes up, toes up, extend, in and down. So I'm using my hips. And again, now look at my back foot position. So I'm planted here. I don't want to be up on tiptoes, because I'll kick and I'll fall backwards. So I'll plant my foot. There. 3 more. 4. Last one. Good. Okay, and you can use exactly the same kick from the back. Okay, but we're just going to concentrate on the front there, first of all. Okay, now roundhouse kick. Now, that's where it gets a little bit different. You 2 ways you can throw it. You throw it as a karate roundhouse kick, so I pick my knee up, and I flick it, and then I bring it back. Okay, so I've got flick and bring back. Or you've got the karate style, so when I'm trying to throw with that one, the karate style, so I'm hitting with the top of my foot. With the kickboxing, I'm trying to hit with my shin here. So I'm going to throw the kick through. So I pick my leg up, kick, come back. Now it teaches me to go through the target rather than going to it. Okay, it's the difference between making a quick contact and going through and trying to apply some power. So I'm going with my back leg first. So I pick my leg up, kick, and back. Okay, and again. Oh yeah. And again, so I'm going through. I want to use that whip of my body to throw it through, so I'm not just throwing my leg, whole body's throwing the kick. And again. Now something else you can do with that technique there is think of defensive move afterwards. So should you throw the kick and you miss or whatever, or return back to position, just think about your defence. As I throw the kick through, I can then put my leg up to cover the position as I come back. Okay, but you don't have to with something leg up. So one more, kick, back. Okay, well then, lead leg. This is where it gets a little bit more difficult. If you can do the switch kick, we're going to work onto that. If not, okay, you can do the step up kick and then return. So my foot comes up to this way, so my feet together there, not too close, not touching, but close enough. Knee comes up, kick, and then return back. So again, step, kick, return back. Again, step up, kick, return back. It's more really quick, flicky karate style. So again, step, kick, return back. And again, and one more. Okay, right, now the switch. Okay, so it's a little bit more complicated. My foot, I'm going to tiptoes there, drag. Now my right foot, the idea of this kick is I'm going through but going from my front leg. It's a rhythm changer. Okay, my right foot's going to go this way, my left foot's going to come back, and then I'm going to kick. Good pop there. Okay, so again, drag, step, up. So break it down again, drag, so my tiptoes. So again, I want to drag my foot flat, tip, toes, right foot goes forward. Look, my foot's already turned out to allow me my kick to come through. If my toes are forward, I want to kick that way. I want to kick through the target. Now as a switch, so a little there, then the kick comes out. Once more, drag, left foot raises, right foot skips forward. So there, kick, and going to do 5 at speed. Ready? So, drag to 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1, 5. Okay? With the basics there, you've got those to work through. Try and get the idea as many times as you can. So try and get those down before you get to the point of doing the combinations. Otherwise, if you're not doing the jabs properly, or you're throwing a straight rather than a jab, or throwing the wrong kick, the combos aren't going to flow properly and aren't going to make any sense. Okay? So, next now we'll just show you some shadow boxing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is do some basic footwork. And again, you don't need loads of space. I'm quite lucky, I've got quite a lot of space here if you haven't. All you really need is about a metre square. Okay, so from this position here, again, I need to get into my stance and relax the position here. Again, I see this quite a lot of flopping around of hands and stuff like that. That's a little bit more advanced. So I want to concentrate on keeping your arms still. So the idea of working on the legs here. Anytime I step, okay, the direction I'm going is the leg that's going to lead. So my left leg's forward. If I'm going forwards, the front leg will go first and I'll catch up. And then I'm going backwards, so my back leg, which is my right, steps back, goes to here. When I go to my left, okay, my left foot steps, right foot comes across. And now see, look, I keep the same distance. So I don't step and then go like this, and also I don't step like that and go like that. So every time I step, it gets wider. So from here, going forwards, left, right. Again, this is an orthodox stance. Going to my left, left, right. Now I go to my right leg's going to lead. Right, left, backwards, right, left. Okay? So, practice in 4 directions: forwards, backwards, left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to turn so you can see this. Left leg's in front, this way here. Okay? And I'm going forwards there. Look, I'm going in this position here with the ball on my foot. The reason I like this, not like this, is if I were to push back, I've got nothing. If I'm here, I can push back. If I go there and oh, I need to change my mind, I can push back. If I do that, I'm going to have to lean, and now I'm stuck. So, there, here, across, there again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then once you're comfortable and you get the idea and you're keeping your feet in the same position, you go that little bit faster. And then you can make it random. So go right again. Forwards, left, backwards, left, right. And then the next obvious one is to start changing position around. So I want to step, turn my foot across. Try and think of working 90 degrees all the time so you can keep those straight lines. If you can put a line on the floor, it's ideal because you've also something to work with there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want to turn, step, there, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's just the basics of the footwork there. Keep drilling that, and most important thing I say all the time, if your feet are in the right position, everything else will be easy.
So what's about to happen now is shadow boxing. This is pretty ideal if you don't have a partner to work with at home or just for general movement around. So you're going to start, a bit like learning aerobics in the 90s, you're going to start with just your feet. So he's just going to be moving around in a direction. Notice that he's keeping the distance between his feet the same at all times. He's not skipping his feet together, not standing square. He's applying all that footwork you saw earlier on in the video. Now he's going to start adding a jab. So just the front hand. There's always a lot of confusion with this, so it is your front hand. Okay, please make sure that you are not, if you are in a right-handed stance, merrily throwing your backhand at this point. It is the front hand, the one closest to it. And again, all the time that footwork is being maintained. Now he's going to add in the other hand. So now you have all the punches that you saw earlier on in the session. So you have your crosses, your uppercuts, you've got hooks as well. And then all the time, the feet stay consistent. Okay? If you're lost at what to do, if you forget what you're doing with your hands temporarily, remember to keep moving your feet. Keep yourself light on your toes. Now we're moving on to kicks. So again, just kicks on their own. So we're dealing with the footwork and just the movements of the legs this time. Okay. This is often quite a good warm-up, so don't go overboard. At this point, remember you're just warming up. And same thing, if you run out of ideas for a second, remember keep moving your feet. Okay. Now he's going to start putting hands and feet together. So a good rule you might have for yourself here is if you start with a hand combination, you've got to end with a kick. If you start with a kick, you've got to end it with a hand. Okay. And the final thing is going to put it all together in one beautiful, magical moment. It's a good idea to do a couple of rounds of this just to get yourself used to moving. As he says, you will notice the occasional changes in guard from Alastair because he's quite an experienced fighter. But those of you who are brand new should focus on keeping your hands under control. And stop. So, that's shadow boxing. Moving on now to padwork drills.
Okay, starting with some basic combinations and some basic shots. Now, the combinations, the basics that we did first. Again, you can always work on the pad individually. So we've got the jab, straight, lead hook, uppercut. Again, right hand to right hand, left to left. It's always the safest way. Again, there's more advanced ways of doing it, but concentrating basics. From there, left uppercut, right hook. And then we have the kicks. Now, if we're doing body kicks, okay, if you're comfortable, right hand's going across. Again, because of my right leg's bending back, left hand on top. So look at the way I've got it here. Okay, this will be the push kick. That way there. Again, I know the kick's coming, so I'm not going to resist and stay in position. I'm going to allow myself to move back. And then the roundhouse kick, side, there. So I'm using two. Now you can have the focus mitts. Imagine for a second, what the focus mitts on. And again, exactly the same spot. There. Again, I'm going to it and keeping myself going. I'm not doing this. If the kick comes in and I do that, I'm going to eat a kick. Okay, and some of you are quite powerful and stuff like that. So make sure if you are holding pads to someone, keep the hands up there. I'm leaning. I'm not pushing my hands. So that's your basic shot. So again, if you have someone to hold pads with you, go for it. If you can't, use the bag. Okay, and if you haven't got that, you're going to have to use the spot. Or just fresh air. So we start with jabs. Again, it's your range finder. If your jab can land, that means all your shots can land. So if you throw the jab, there. Okay, I'm going to move. Get into a good habit of movement. So jab. Notice how I'm holding it nice and high. It's going to make Laura work harder with the punch. You don't want to be down here lazy. She's punching a small child basically. Okay, so good. Okay. Now, if you've got someone who's a bit more advanced, we want to keep them awake. So you can jab, then you throw a shot back. So they have to move. So you create that idea of movement. So again, jab, move. Okay, now throw the other hand. So jab, and swing it round. Again, or it can be a bit more aggressive. Jab, step in. Getting that habit of punch, defend. Again, when you're doing sparring, you're not just hitting the other person's trying to hit you. So you're thinking about your defence when you're throwing your strikes. Now, 1-2s. So left, right. So always left to left and always right to right. So this is safe for me so it doesn't hit my face. Again, look where I'm holding. To make it easy, if you have got bigger pads there, if you've got focus mitts, even put those together. It's less work on your shoulders then if you're holding pads for a long time. So, left, right. Again, move. There's a few ways to develop power. So sometimes you just go nice and light, just try and be quick, and sometimes you can work the pad. That's it. So a bit more aggression, breathing out, just throwing the shot. Again, 1-2. Again, jab, cross, 1-2. And one more. Okay, this is where you start throwing in your first kicks. So 1-2 roundhouse kick. Now most of you will prefer throwing your back leg. Okay, that's why you're in this stance. So you do 1-2, take a little bit pause, so you see shuffle, kick across. Now because I'm using tie pads, I'm always kicking with the shin. If you have the focus mitts, you can, if you want to, have a single pad away from your face and keep your foot like karate. Or you can have both together with the focus mitt and kick to there. Again, be accurate. So you need to slow it down first. If you're the first time holding pads, it's a little bit of cooperation as you do it. Don't just go, okay, I can kick really hard and have it here, then kick your partner, and then I'm going to want to work with you again. So make sure, just take that little second and be accurate. Okay? I've been doing pad holding for years now, so I'm really comfortable with it. Again, 1-2, back leg. Okay? Now, 1-2 left leg. So we're going to do the step up first. So we're going to switch around so you can see Laura's left leg. So 1-2 the same again. So loose, cross, and across. Okay, now look how I'm holding the pads. I'm coming across here this way. How far I've twisted. Look, if that's north, I'm going all the way to east, or going all the way to west. to make it easy for me to hold. I'm not just going sort of halfway this way. Okay, or if we're thinking about a clock, there's 12, there's 3. I'm going all the way to 3 o'clock. There, I'm not going to sort of 1:30. So again, 1, 2, step up, that way. Good, and again. Again, one more, so this is a step up one. 1, 2, backwards, the and return. Again, important you go back to position, don't just stay. So if Laura kicks and falls forwards, she's now in position to be hit really easily with different shots. So she's got to create that space back again. Now the switch kick. Again, I'm going to show you from this angle, but I'm going to change it. You can see the shift in Laura's feet. So 1, 2, she shifts across there. Again, because you're switching it back and you're rebounding from the floor, it creates quite a lot of power. So again, 1, 2, foot drags back, kick. Once more. Bump, switch. Good. Okay, now I'm going to turn so Laura's back to you. So you're now going to watch your feet. So you can see the line of my feet here. 1, 2. Foot shifts out. So look how far across she's gone. So when she kicks, she's going to go straight through me again. Bump, shift across. Now a bit of pace and power. Let's go. Now and again. And one more. Good. And there. Okay? So that's getting into that of punches and finishing with a kick. Now the other way around. You could start with a roundhouse kick, but we're going to start with a push kick first of all. So here, there. Now, best way to work this is to go from your front leg. Go from your back leg is more powerful and you feel good about pushing your partner back or the pad holder back. Okay? But in order to follow up, if you think about it from your back, please. If Laura's got powerful kicks, if she does this power kick, off your back leg, please. There. She can't follow up. I'm going to feel it, I'm going to go back, but now there's a massive gap between us. The idea is you want to hit them, get them to plant and stay in the spot, then you can follow up with hands. So, keeping it simple, so you go left, there. So look now a lot closer. She's going to go straight right, and then left up. So she's going left, right, left. Okay? So again, you're trying to just do a little jab. So you don't want to throw a jab heavy, you're doing a little jab with your foot. A little jab with the foot, straight right. There. So she can land by doing that. Now watch the feet. She kicks, she moves forward. Now look at the range. She throws it to bang, then hook, there. Okay? Okay, so again. There. Okay, so it's a straight right left hook. So once more, nice and slowly. There. Straight right, left hook. And again, straight right, I'm keeping it as close as I'm comfortable with the person hitting. And then the hook I'm having, if you look, keep Laura's hand there, it's level with Laura's face. Because then if I replace it with my face, it's exactly the position you hit my face. I don't want this. Okay? If we go around this one. So you can see my back now. So you go deep, nice and light. Hook. Right here, and look how close I can touch my forehead. Now the hook. There. If I have it this way, so do it again, please. So it goes deep there, and that, there. That looks a massive punch. Technically, she's punched one person here, also from their head popped across this way. If you replicate that without the pads, so she does the push kick, you break the mirror, then she throws a punch here, and then all of a sudden my head's across here. That doesn't happen. That's never happened in the history of fighting ever, I don't think. If you can find a video of it, please share it with me. Okay? So, starting with a kick. So the push kick, or the teep, as it's known in Thai. So, cross, right hand, left hand on top. Go here, right, move around. And then same again. Move around. Again. Left leg, right hand, left hand. Again, if your right leg's forward, it'll be right leg, left hand, right hand. Okay? Left, right. Again, just use the push off the angle once more. Good, and there. Okay? So you've got two little light combos you work there, so you work both legs and that way there. So it's a very good place to start with because you're getting those kicks and punches to work together. Okay? Then we're now going to work on some more advanced combinations. Okay? If you can have a look at it, you can have a try at the advanced combinations if you want. If you find it too difficult, come back to these, get the idea. Okay? Okay. This is combination number 1. Full speed first. Okay? So, 3 punches, back leg kick, 2 punches. Okay? This is about kicking and returning and striking straight away. So it's teaching you to bring your foot back to position to throw the kick. So you have 3 punches first. Your nice little light combination. Jab, straight, lead hook. Again, that twist. Now set up there. So Laura's going to throw the leg back. If she needs to step to get extra power in, she can, or to get extra distance. Then she'll throw the right leg across. Again, look where I'm going. Straight to the side there. The right hand comes up. Straight right, left. And again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, the reason for going for the backhand from that position there, it gives you a little bit more space. Okay, the idea of when I demonstrate this with each other, if Laura throws the 3 shots to me there, 1, 2, 3, she throws the kick, bump, and I come in, I'm going to move into that punch, and that's what I want. Whereas if you're trying to get time with the hook, can sometimes be that little bit out, you have to drag your foot back, it changes the dynamic of it quite a lot. So again, once more she throws, bump, 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 kick, I block, I come in, bang, and she's got space to throw there, and then get that to work. So, once more, nice and slowly, and then we're going to go full speed. So left to left, jab, right to right, straight, left to left hook, again, level the face. I pull the pads across, right, straight right, left hook. Okay, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ready, full speed. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to turn around so you see it from 3 different angles. Return. Turn. One more. Okay, that's combination number 1. Whenever you're doing these combinations, at the beginning you can throw in a jab, jab cross, you can get your partner to defend a little bit, you can work through, and then you can say combination number 1. So a little example, jab, double jab, right uppercut left and straight right. 1, 2. Combination number 1. Okay? So that's something you work on. Okay, combination number 2. So this time starting with a lead hook. Lead hook, straight right, left leg, right leg. Okay, if you're not comfortable with the right leg kick, you can change it to a left knee, right knee, sorry. So again, 1, 2, switch kick, if you're not happy, there. And again, look, I'm holding it and going this way here. That's if you're not comfortable. If you're really not comfortable with either of those, just keep it to the hook, straight, switch kick. You're still getting that idea of throwing a different shot and then getting your switch kick to practice. Again, if you're struggling with a switch kick, one last thing you can do, left, right, step up, kick, return, and then go back to there. Okay? So full speed, so we can go through. There we go. Okay? So, again, remember, just one last thing, left, twist, straight right, switch, and then drop in for the leg kick there. Now look how far Laura steps out, she throws the kick. Okay? So, at full speed, 3 times round, combination number 2. Okay, combination number 3. So, you're starting with a kick this time. You're starting with a teep, so you're going to go for the front leg. You can step up and go through, or you can just do it from the spot and let your jab in. Straight right, left up to the body, left up to the head, right leg. There. Now the idea with this one is, first of all, you're starting and finishing with the kick, but secondly, you're trying to move around. So you're not staying everything on the spot. Padwork, again, starts off, when you start out, everything's on a bit on the spot. You've got to be that little bit more dynamic with this one. You've got to move around a little bit to get the right distance to throw the shots. Okay, so I'm going to just demonstrate this nice and slowly once. So again, here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now just so you can see the body shot and how I'm holding the pad, I'm going to turn the sides. So Laura's going with her lead leg. So orthodox stance, left leg. Southpaw stance, right leg forward. The left leg, straight right, hook to the body. And look, I'm holding it there. Okay, if you find that difficult to do, what you can do instead is you pull this one across to here. So I've got a focus mitt and you finally put it into there, it's a bit heavy, you've got someone who hits heavy. I can have my focus mitt here and push across, and then you can hit your hand that way there. And then I've got to pull it up to the face. So remember, your head and your body, generally speaking, are different sizes. If I have to go right across with my hand and then go right across to my face. See? Straight right. Talk to the body. Talk to the head. Straight right leg. And again, once more slowly. Lead leg. Push forwards. Ball of the foot. Straight right to the face. Hook to the body. Hook to the head. Right leg. Okay, right now I'm going to do it 3 times fast. I'm going to move around again. Go. 1, turning. 2, last one. Lead leg, straight right, hook the body of the head, right leg, and there. That's combination number 3. Combination 4 and 5 together. The reason I'm putting them both together is because they're both very similar. Okay, now the pad holders, now got to do with that a little bit more. Now, this all comes down to how, what we call conditioned your shins are. So if your shins are used to taking impact against other shins, you can go that a little bit harder. If they're not, you're going to go light. Okay, so I'm going to throw my back leg, which is my right leg, towards Laura's left leg. Okay, now this is called a shin check. When the left leg comes up, okay, she wants her left leg to go to 45 degrees. Okay, we're thinking clock face. For Laura, it will be about 11 o'clock or 10:30, if you want to be really specific. Okay, so to save my shins, if your shins aren't used to it, I'm going to throw my leg up sideways like this. So it's going to hit the side of the nice soft muscle. So above, touch, there. Okay, if you want to, you can turn it in and start conditioning your shins, but it all depends on how much your shins can take. So you get used to it. So it's teaching you, the person hitting, to pick the leg to defend against leg kicks. Again, those of you who've been kicked by leg kicks quite a lot, they can be quite painful. So checks up, bump. Okay, and then you do straight right, left up, right leg. Okay, so it's about blocking a leg kick and throwing it. The advantage of a leg kick is it's quite a safe technique to throw to the legs to keep yourself there. The disadvantage is that you have to get actually strange enough, get that a little bit close to throw it effectively. So as I go in, if I was here sparring and I throw the leg kick, you should check that I've least my face open if I've created it, if I haven't got a good hand position. Okay, I've seen this quite a lot of people throwing their hands down to here. So if I get into a habit there, because I'm so close, she can counter back quite quickly if she defends the leg kick properly. If she doesn't, obviously it's going to hurt and I'll get the advantage. So, number 4. Check, my hand's already up. Right, left, right. So the base of these two, the hand you punch with first is the leg you kick with last. So once more, number 4. Check, straight, hook. Okay, now number 5, a little bit more complex because we're working on something called a frame. This is to keep someone back. You see this way here when I'm throwing this one, if I'm doing it as a sparring, I'm kicking and my idea is returning to position. Okay? So with number 4, I'm kicking and keeping myself weight back. If you've got someone who does leg kicks and moves forwards, this is where this gets a lot more effective in this frame. So you're going to check with the left leg and frame on my shoulder or towards me as much as you can, depending on the height and range difference, with the right hand, so I can't get too close so she gets an effective punch. Plus, it's also that little feeler. If I can feel where the person is, you're going to be a lot more accurate. Your sense of feel is a lot quicker than your sense of sight and your judgment and stuff like that. So, check.
Sorry.
So, there you go. Check. Left hook, right hand, left leg. So then you do the switch. You can't do the switch, do the step up. So again, check. Frame. 1, 2, 3. Left, right, left. Once more, so number 5. Check, frame, left hook, right hand, left leg. Okay, so now I'm going to work with both. So what we're going to do is 2, so number 4 and number 5, then we'll turn. Number 4 and number 5, turn number 4 and number 5. Ready? So I'll kick with the right, check it with the left. Go. Number 4. Number 5. Return. Number 4. Number 5. Turn. Number 4. Number 5. And there we go. Okay. Good. So, with those 5 techniques, it's well worth going through them, getting them down, and then start adding stuff to them. Again, this is the basic way to do it. It's not saying they have to be finished there. You could do that and add a little bit more. You start creating angle turns, you know what those are. Okay, more defensive movements, slips, weaves. Okay, more catches or anything like that as well, so you can start working, adding different things to it. So there's your foundation to work on, and then you can expand on it. And again, with all of them, you can throw a jab first, a 1-2. You can have throw your favourite combination, then throw that combination. You make it more dynamic, or you can go 1 to 5. You can start getting into different orders, so you've got different things you work on. Okay, right, thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We've also got all the Facebook pages and the live videos. And I shall see you in the next video. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.